to the feature lineup. You'll want to double check that in about 5 to 10 minutes. It is the first of our 5 feature events here tonight on Xtreme Sign Graphics and X-Wraps Night at the Races. Thank you very much for being out here with us tonight. Thanks to Derek Getchell for Xtreme Sign Graphics for his support of our racing action. We are getting ready for the first of our 5 features. It is in our pure stock division. On the pole for our 12-lapper, Dean Waby has got the 2 car, his rookie season out of Ashland. He's alongside Ken Tody Jr. of Ashland in the 33. Row 2 to the inside, Steve Udine from Superior has got the brown number 9 car, and he'll line up alongside the green 8 of Nick Nye from Ashland. Row 3, it's defending track champion Tim Carbon. The 14 is from Highbridge. He lines up alongside last week's feature winner, the 21 of Chad Carlson from Superior. Row 4, Jeff Chrisman from Superior in the 89. Paul Tudor driving the 20 car from Ashland tonight. Row 5, Matt Derrigan from Ashland, the 27, and Tyler Hudak is in Tiffany's number 14S from Ashland. Row 6 to 16, Mark Smith from Solon Springs, alongside points leader DJ Keeler from Superior in the 12. Row 7, Bob Anderson from Iron River, the blue number 7, and Brandel Pup from Ashland in the 57. And on the back line, it's Andy Udine, the blue and gold number 7 from Superior. Caution lights are down. Pure stock feature, 12 laps. Waby and Tody on the pole. Here we go. Tody trying to work the outside line, but Waby's holding the bottom groove. Here comes Nye to the high side as they make it a 3-wide race for the lead going into turn 3. Tody and Nye down the back chute. Waby shuffled back to third, being challenged there. Steve Udine on the high side in the brown 9. Here comes Chad Carlson in the 21. Tody, your leader. Nye will go upstairs looking for some bite. They are 3 wide for third behind him. Udine will clear on the high side. Carlson still trying to get by Waby in the middle pack, and here comes Carbon in the 14. Tody and Nye and a dandy going out front. Tody the youngster against the veteran Nye. Tody working strong. They are still 3 wide now for 4th spot. The 3-car battle that was for third is now starting to gain on the lead pair. Tody in the 33, Nye in the 8. They are still 3 wide as Udine holds the high. Groove Carbon work in the middle. Carlson looking for something down low, coming off of turn 2. Chrisman now up to the 6th spot, and the car around is Andy Udine at the bottom of turn number 2. If he can get it going, will stay green. He will not. He will. Will stay green. Good job, Andy. Lost some ground, however, and it's giving Nye a chance to make another run on Tody, but that 33 car looks real good coming off of the bottom of turn 2. Carbon inside on Steve Udine. Your battle for third, a dandy. And it's going to get better. Carbon still holding that bottom groove. Udine up high. Carbon with the short route around. Udine with the momentum line. Tody trying to hold on 1 or 2 car lengths at best on Nye. Steve Udine now starting to get away from that battle for third. He's got the spot by himself. good battles throughout. As the white flag is about to wave one more time around, it is Ken Tody Jr. now with about 3 car lengths. Problems for Tyler Hudak. He takes the 14S to the infield. He was heading there anyway. He had to swap rides here for the 6-cylinder feature up next. Ken Tody Jr.'s got about a 5-length lead on Nick Nye as they'll head through turns 3 and 4. Ken Tody Jr., his first checkered flag of the year. Ken Tody Jr. is your feature winner, our Pure Stock feature tonight on Xtreme Sign and Graphics and X-Wraps night at the races. On the infield intercom scale, making sure he weighs in the 3,200 pounds required. Sneaks through the garbage cans, and Skip Hunter will speak to him in the Como victory lane in just a minute. Second spot to the 8 of Nick Nye from Ashland. Third to the 9 of Steve Udine from Superior. Fourth to the 14 of Tim Carbon, and fifth to the 21 of Chad Carlson. 6 through 10, the 89 of Jeff Crispin, the 27 of Matt Derrigan, the 20 of Paul Tudor, the 12 of DJ Keeler, and the 16 of Mark Smith. It is his 5th feature win of the year, or of his career, excuse me. 5th feature win of his career, first of the season, and we are 4 for 4 different feature winners in as many nights of racing in our Pure Stocks here at the ABC Raceway. In the Como victory lane, give it up for your Pure Stock feature winner, the driver of the 33 from Ashland, Ken Tody Jr.
Good run. Now get up here. Front's ready. You got to be front and center. Fans are wanting you out here. Nice run.
Thank you.
Nice boots.
That'd make me go faster.
Oh, good. You had her hooked up. You had some issues earlier this season, didn't you?
Yeah, I had carb issues, and last weekend I was hoping to get the win, but kept pushing out. Made some changes to the car this week. Woodland Roll-Off hooked me up with a new front right tire and this nice new racing suit that I got. Special thanks to them guys. Like to thank my sponsors, Matt Pelto Construction, Woodland Roll-Off, Pine Creek Pit Stop, Raquel's Pizza. I think that's all of them. My mom and dad, everybody that helps out on the car. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pure Stock feature winner, Mr. Ken Tody Jr.
Skip Hunter, the host of Race Night Live, will interview each of our feature winners tonight in the Como victory lane. Don't forget to listen to Race Night on 93.3 FM, WBSZ, from 4:30 until 6 p.m. on your way to the track next Saturday night. $15 lap 6-cylinder A main coming up next. It is also one of our 2 Northern Clearing fast lap races. Driver with the fastest lap posted in this race, based on our AMB scoring and timing system, will win a $50 bonus, compliments of Northern Clearing of Ashland. On the pole, Bill Anderson, the red number 12 from Wakefield, Michigan, lines up alongside of Tad Bredding from Ashland in the 54. Row number 2 to the inside will be Sean McFadden Jr. in the 51 Junior out of Ashland. Alongside of him, the 66 of Greg Jager from Mellon. Row 3 down low, Dale Coddington from Hayward in the 73. Row 3 up high will be Tyler Hudak from Ashland in the 14S. Row 4 to the inside, Don Muzzy from Ironwood, Michigan in the 1X. He lines up alongside of your points leader in 3 weeks in a row, feature winner for the number 21 of Pat Beeksma from Ironwood, Michigan. Row 5, 81A in red, Aaron Mashlin from Ashland. Row 5 out, the 7S of Forrest Schultz from Ashland. Row 6 down low, Corey Morenzel from Ashland, the 51X. Row 6 up high, it's Jonathan Pop from Iron River in the 24. Row 7 in the orange and black 81, it's Adam Treholt from Ashland in the 81. Alongside him, DJ Mahalik from Ashland in the 13X. The back line, the 2-1 cars, one of them is making the call. The 1QT of Zach Pagels from Marengo. The 1 of Neil Adamzak, issues after hot laps, has not been out for his heat and does not look to be making it out for the feature either. Tough break for the young man from Ashland. As the field gets the one-to-go signal, we remind you tomorrow night at the Proctor Speedway. Kids Bike Race is the featured attraction. Hot laps at 5, racing at 5:30 at the South St. Louis County Fairgrounds in Proctor, Minnesota. Hope to see your face in the crowd. On Wednesday night, big special event at the Amsoil Speedway in Superior, the USMTS Modifieds. National Touring Mods will race against the local favorites, Midwest Modified, Super Stocks, and Pure Stocks as well. Hot laps at 6:30, racing at 7 o'clock. No races in Superior this coming Friday. Also on Wednesday, June 13th, at the Central Wisconsin Raceway in Unity, a special event for the Street Stocks. They, too, will not have a Friday night show this coming week. 6-cylinder main event is in action. 15 laps. Bill Anderson, your early leader in the 12. He's got company. Sean McFadden Jr. checking the low groove in the 51 Junior. Coming off a turn 2, he'll take the second spot. It could get ugly coming off a turn 2, and everybody saves it. Dale Coddington losing the grip for just a moment. As Greg Jager getting by, now working the low groove. And McFadden coming right back and taking the spot right back. And now McFadden trying to challenge Anderson for the lead. The 7S of Forrest Schultz taking his car to the pit exit. Problems for the blue 7S from Ashland. You have a good battle going on. 8 cars for the top 2 spots, maybe. Anderson trying to hold on. McFadden challenging high side. For third spot, it's Bredding in the 54 low. Jager sliding up the hill and down the front chute. Here comes McFadden to the lead. McFadden trying to clear upstairs, and he will head to a 2-car length lead on Anderson going into turns 3 and 4. Bredding holding down third spot, but here comes Coddington, here comes Beeksma, one over either shoulder. Hudak is in the mix. Jager settles back a little bit, just out of the top 5. So does Muzzy. A ways back to Jonathan Pop in the 24. DJ Mahalik in the 13. Look at the gang up going on for second spot. Beeksma working outside on Anderson. Coddington looking down low. Beeksma's up to second now. If he can reel in the leader, McFadden has got a lead. And now the caution flag comes out. And McFadden, who had a 2 1/4 lead, will restart. And we'll see if Patrick Beeksma will restart on his bumper or not. But McFadden's big lead is gone. So Sean McFadden Jr., who had a 2.25 lead the last time by. We go to the last completed lap, which was, looks like lap 7. Check that. Lap 8 was the last completed lap, so 7 to go. McFadden, your leader. Beeksma second. Anderson third. Coddington fourth. And Bredding fifth. Eight in the books and 7 to go, I believe. And scoreboard been corrected, so it stands right. Bredding coming off of turn 2. A run on McFadden down the back chute. Beeksma will go low. McFadden with a run on the momentum side. He'll hold the spot, but not by much. And hang on into the wall hard on the front chute. Aaron Mashlin tagging the concrete coming off of turn number 4, and he hit nose first. Hopefully he had enough feet on the brakes to keep that one from hitting too hard. But Aaron Mashlin shortened up the nose on that 81A pretty good. Over at the top of turn number 4, they are rolling the car backwards off of the wall. Looks like the nose has got some damage. They'll check and see if there's anything vital at the front of that car that's been banged up, such as the radiator or fan. And we will try this restart again. Aaron Mashlin will get the assist from one of our ABC Raceway wreckers into the pit area. A disappointing end tonight, but fortunately he is okay. Helmet off and certainly dejected. Just enough damage to keep him from going any further. McFadden trying to hold off Beeksma on the restart as they go into turn 1. Both of them running that higher groove. Anderson downstairs trying to stay even. Here comes Coddington to the low side going into turn 3. He'll have to check up just a bit, but he'll hug the marker tires to the bottom of the corner in turn 4. They are 4 wide for the lead. Here comes Beeksma to the inside. McFadden trying to hold him off, coming off of turn 2. Here's Coddington to the inside, charging now. 73 of Coddington with a run on the bottom. Coddington now with a run down the back chute. He'll try to edge ahead of McFadden going into turns 3 and 4. McFadden way up the hill. Coddington on the marker tires. Coddington this time by to the lead. Dale Coddington now with a couple of car lengths as they go into turns 3 and 4. McFadden trying to bite back. Now problems over in turn number 2 with contact and heavy damage to the 81 of Adam Treholt. A lot of steam coming out of the front end of that 81 car, and apparently some significant front end damage as he had contact with DJ Mahalik over in turn number 2, and there's a lot of fluids right in the racing groove at the bottom of turn 2. So 11 in the books and 4 to go. Dale Coddington, your leader in the 73. Last time by the start-finish line, Patrick Beeksma had a nose ahead of Sean McFadden Jr., so he opts for the outside of row 2 to restart. In the Delaware double file restart, McFadden to the low side. Then it's the 66 of Greg Jager, the 12 of Bill Anderson, the 14S of Tyler Hudak, and the 1X of Don Muzzy. In row 4, the 54 of Tad Bredding and the 24 of Jonathan Pop making up row 5. Zach Pagels in the 1QT, the 51X of Corey Morenzel, and the 13X of DJ Mahalik tagging to the tail end of the field. Caution lights are down, 4 to go. In our 6-cylinder feature tonight on Xtreme Sign and Graphics X-Wraps Night at the Races. Let's see if Coddington can continue to work the bottom groove, or if Beeksma's got something for him coming off the high side, off the back chute. Down the back straightaway, Beeksma with a run. Coddington trying to grab something on the bottom line to hold on to that lead, this time at the stripe. Dead heat, give it to Beeksma by inches. Beeksma just a little loose coming off of turn 2. Coddington working the bottom. McFadden holding down third, the battle for fourth as Hudak muscles his way inside, and Jager with problems, the 66 car. And a lot of shuffling for position. Meanwhile, up front, the battle is side by side for the lead. White flag in the air this time by. One more time around. Will it be Dale Coddington breaking Patrick Beeksma's streak, or will Beeksma go 4 for 4? To decide for themselves, Coddington with a bite off the bottom of turn 2. He'll have 2 car lengths down the back straightaway as they go into turn 3. Dale Coddington will come out of turn 4, and he will take the win. Dale Coddington picks up the win. He breaks the streak of 3 in a row held by Patrick Beeksma. Coddington with his 13th career feature win here in Ashland, all coming in the 6 cylinders. Beeksma will hold on to the points lead with a second place run, third to the 51 junior of Sean McFadden Jr., fourth to the 14S of Tyler Hudak, and fifth to the 66 of Greg Jager. Tad Bredding will come home in 6th in the 54, then Bill Anderson in the 12 in 7th, the 24 of Jonathan Pop, the 13X of DJ Mahalik, and the 1X of Don Muzzy, your unofficial top 10. The fast lap is posted by Dale Coddington, 18.881 seconds. He'll receive the $50 bonus from Northern Clearing of Ashland. Ladies and gentlemen, climbing out of the car from Hayward, Wisconsin, his 13th career feature win, the number 73, Dale Coddington.
Wow, nice run, Dale. Took you a little while to get to the front, but when you got there, Pat was trying to give you a little bit at the end, but you had a little more under the hood.
Well, I don't know about under the hood. It was just I was in the right place down the bottom where there was some grip. That's the only place, the only reason I won, because I found that right away in the first part of the race, and that's where I was going to stay no matter what. So.
Well, you got out front, and 13th feature win for you. Can't shake a stick at that, right?
Nope, we have to go for 14, get rid of that 13 number. So
there you go.
Okay, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Bubba's Machine out of Trigo, and Stone Lake Oil, and Brad Penn Oil. And I'd like to tell you about Keen Loxon. He's still pretty ill. He doesn't seem to be getting much better, but we're still hoping and praying that something will happen and he'll be better and get back here with us. So that's it.
Dale Coddington, ladies and gentlemen, your 6-cylinder feature winner tonight.
What you got there? I heard high school soccer girls got beat. Well, that's at state? Well, okay.
We've just been told the Ashland High School girls soccer team down at the state sectional finals lost 3-2 in a shootout. But our congratulations to them for another fantastic season, dominating up here in the Northland and making it one game short of the state championship round. Here we go with our Wissota Midwest Modified feature. Paul Suzik is on the pole. What a great run he had in his heat race before settling for a third-place finish. The 91 is out of Ironwood. He's alongside Tyler Luger from Iron River in the 88. Row 2 in, it's Neil Baldock from Ironwood. In the 99, he's alongside of George Dahlbeck, defending point champion out of Ironwood in the 23D. Row 3 in, visiting us from Wausau tonight, that's Nate Toombs in the 56. He'll line up alongside of heat winner Paul Nisnik from Medford in the 42. Last week's feature winner, Alex Venata from Minocqua in the 41's got the inside of row 4. Points leader and heat winner Travis Nye from Ashland in the 9 is alongside. Row 5, first nighter, heat winner earlier from Bloomer, the 13 of Nick Kohler, has got the inside against Rick Przbilski of Ashland in the P1. Row 6 down low, Chris Bredding from Washburn in the 13. Row 6 up high, it's Tanner Byholm from Glidden in the 4. Row 7 will consist of Dwayne Dunbar from Marinesco, Michigan in the 7X, and Bill Millick from Calumet, Michigan in the 3. Row 8, it's John Callis from from Hurley in the 99. And alongside of him will be Chad Adamczak on the 2A out of Ashland. Row 9, Cole Spacek from Phillips in the 22 short, alongside Brian Fuchs from Medford in the 34. Row 10, it's David Simpson from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, the 70 junior, alongside Kent Baxter from Colfax in the 7P, and the 80 of Ross Furman from Ashland on the tail of the grid. Here we go, 15-lap Midwest Modified A main. And we'll try this one again. A mess over in turn number 4, but everybody stays pointed in the right direction. Will stay green, as David Simpson will have a ways to go to catch up to the field. George Dahlbeck using a high side move to get by Neil Baldock and Paul Suzik. He's up to second spot trying to chase down Tyler Luger. Problems for Brian Fuchs, the 34 car, off the turn 1 pit exit and done. It is Luger by 2 car lengths down the back chute on Dahlbeck, and 3 back to Paul Nisnik. Ross Furman is around in turn number 2, and he'll try to get the 80 car started. He'll go to the infield to stay out of the way, or get a running start out of the grass. And Simpson around, and now in trouble, and we've got caution flag out. Simpson in the 70 junior, spinning in turn 4 and then refiring right in front of the leaders and nearly collecting about 4 or 5 top 5 cars, or top 10 cars in the process.